Okay, this video is all about the volume and surface area of cuboids. Now, cuboids are just 3D rectangles. So, we're going to start off with volume, and a cuboid is what we call a type of prism. Now, a prism is just the same shape all the way through. So, if we see this one, if we have a look at the flat shape, here, this is a rectangle, and it's a rectangle as far back as it goes. So what we're going to do is, for all prisms, we work out the area of the flat shape, which in this case is a rectangle, and times it by how far back it goes. So to work out the area of any rectangle, like this one here, we're going to do the base times by the height. So the area of the flat shape there is 8 times 4, which is 32 centimetres squared. And then once we've got the area of the flat shape, we multiply it by how far back it goes. Now this one goes back by 3 centimetres. So 32 times by 3 equals 96 centimetres cubed. And that is how you find the volume of a prism. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to have a look at surface area. Now surface area is just the area of all the surfaces. So if we've got a box here, if we've got this cuboid, then we've got 6 surfaces. We've got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3 that we can see, and then from behind there's a 4th. From this side over here there'll be a 5th which we can't see, and then of course underneath there's a 6th one that we can't see. So there's going to be 6 sides. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work out the area of each of those sides. So if we have a look at number 1 and then number 4, this is a 8 by 4 rectangle. So we've got 8 times by 4, which as we said a second ago was 32 centimetres squared. But we've got 2 of those. So we're then going to times that by 2. So that's going to be 64 centimetres squared. Next we're going to have a look at number 2, which is going to be the same as the one on the bottom, number 6. So this one we've got 8 centimetres and it goes back by 3. So that one's going to be 8 times 3, which is 24 centimetres squared. And again, that's the area of the top one, this one up here. And we're going to double that because we've also got the one underneath. So if we times that by 2, that's going to be 48 centimetres squared. And then we're now going to have a look at number 3 over here. Now this one is 3, and then the height is 4. So this is 3 by 4, which is 12 centimetres squared. And of course there's 2 of them because we've got this one, number 5, on this side, which we can't see as well. So if we times that by 2, that's going to be 24 centimetres squared. So the surface area is going to be all of those 6 sides added together. So it's going to be 64 plus 48 plus 24. You add them all together, so 4 plus 8 is 12, plus 4 is 16, so that's 6, carry the 1. Then we've got 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 2 is 12, plus the carried over 1 is 13. So that's going to be 136. That's going to be 136 centimetres squared. It's centimetres squared because it's an area. Thank you for that. And next one. We are going to do the same question again. So I'm going to go through another one, then you guys have got 2 examples to have a go at. So first of all, let's have a look at the volume. So the volume was the area of this flat shape here, times by how far back it goes, which in this case we know is 6. So the area of the flat shape is 12 times 8, which equals 96 centimetres squared. And then you're going to times that by how far back it goes. So 96 times by 6. I've got no problem with using a calculator for this one. We're not testing your numeracy skills, we're testing your ability to understand and follow this. So 96 times by 6 equals 576 centimetres cubed. So the volume will always be either centimetres cubed, metres cubed. Oh, sorry, it's metres cubed here, isn't it? So there you go, it's going to be metres squared and metres cubed. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work out the surface area. So we've already done the first area, first side here. So 1 and we do the one at the back 2. So 1 and 2. That's going to be 12 times 8, which we know is 96 centimetres squared. Then we've got to double that because there's 2 of them. So times by 2 is going to be 192 metres squared. So that's metres squared. Get my units confused. Then we're going to have a look at the top. So that's going to be 3, and then the one underneath, which we'll call number 4. Now this one, do it in a different colour, is 12. It goes back by 6. That's a 12 by 6. So 12 times by 6 equals 72, and then we've got to double that because there's 2 of those sides. So times by 2 is 144 metres squared. And then we've got this one on the end, which we'll call 5, and then this one over here, which we're going to call 6. So this one is a 6 metres by 8 metres. So 6 times 8 equals 48 metres squared. We're going to times that by 2 to get 96 metres squared. And then once we've got that, we need to add them together. So 192, 144, and 96, and we've got to add them all together. Like I say, we're not testing your addition or multiplication skills here. If you feel like you need to use a calculator just to get the correct answer, that's absolutely fine. I've got no problem with that. So we're going to do 2 plus 4, which is 6, plus 6 is 12. So you've got 9 plus 4 is 13, plus another 9 is 22, plus this one here is 23. You've got 1 plus 1 plus our 2 here is going to be 4. So it's going to be 432 metres squared. Okay, so now I've gone through 2. It's now time for you guys to have a go. So this is the first one, which hopefully your tutor will pause so you can have a go at it. And I want you to work out what the volume is and the surface area. And once you've done that one, you can have a go at this one. And again, work out the volume and the surface area. And now you've had enough time to do that, let's go through the answers. So this one was 5 times 3, which gives you this area here, and that equals 15 centimetres squared. Then you can do 15 times by 6, which equals 90 centimetres cubed. So well done if you got that one. Okay, so then we're going to do our 6 sides. So the front and the back is going to be 5 times 3, which equals 15, as we said a second ago. Then we're going to times that by 2, and that makes 30 centimetres squared. The one on the side is 3 times 6, which equals 18. Then we're going to double that. That's going to be 36 centimetres squared. And then the one on the top and the bottom is going to be 5 times by 6, which equals 30 centimetres squared. And then we're going to double that. So that makes 60 centimetres squared. So we then add the 3 numbers together, so that's going to be 30 plus 36 plus 60, which should give you an answer of 126 centimetres squared. So well done if you got that. And this one, the volume. This one here is going to be 5 times by 8, which equals 40 metres squared. Then times by how far back it goes, so 40 times by 9 equals 360 metres squared. And then we're going to do the surface area. So the first one was 5 times 8, which equals 40 metres squared. Then we're going to double that because there's 2 lots of those sizes we've been through. That's 80 metres squared. The one on the side is 8 times by 9, which equals 72, which when we double is 144 metres squared. And then we've got the one on the top, which is a 5 by 9, which equals 45 metres squared. And we're going to times that by 2, which makes 90 metres squared. Then we're going to add 1, 2, 3 things together. So 80 plus 144 plus 90. So if we add that together, it's going to be 4. Then we've got 12 plus the 9 is 21. Then we've got the 1 that carried over 2, which makes 3, so 314 metres squared. Also, just quickly, this was metres cubed for the volume. So hopefully you've now got all the correct answers. Well done.